evening. Good evening, vampires, werewolves, and all other nocturnal beings. Welcome to Tiddies by Night, a Vampire the Masquerade actual play run entirely by creatures of marginalized genders and presented by Tabletop Tiddies. I don't know what's going on. I'm not looking anymore. My name is Kelly. My pronouns are they, them, and I will be your storyteller for tonight. But before we get into the episode, we want to acknowledge the colonial history of Canada and how Canada has and continues to take from Indigenous people. The effects of colonization are still felt to this day, and we acknowledge that this episode is being recorded on the stolen lands of the Anishinaabe, Chippewa, Haudenosaunee, Wendat, Sequetmik, Apache, Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, Coast Salish, and Cheyenne First Nations. If you would like to know more about the effects of colonization and support some Indigenous charities and organizations, you can go to the resources page on our website at tabletoptitties.com/resources. Also, thank you very much to Paresh M for being our Patreon producer, continuing to support the show in such a way that we could never hope to imagine and simply do not deserve, but appreciate nonetheless. Now, with me, I am joined by the investigators of the occult and unusual.
Hello, everybody. I am Charlene Bear. I go by Char. My pronouns are she, they, and I play Octavia Miller, the Tremere, whose pronouns are she, her, who last time discovered that the woman that someone who will be nameless is in love with is a demon lady, and she just destroyed all my willpower. So very scared because I have aggravated willpower damage, which I don't think resets.
No. And your healer's gone.
Am I?
Wow. Damn. Hi, everyone. My name's Rachel. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing Evelyn Stormloft, the Nosferatu, whose pronouns are also she, her, and I'm around somewhere. You'll know when I want you to know. Damn it.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Casper. My pronouns are they, them. I am playing Belgium Jerry, who's a gang girl whose pronouns are fight me. He, him.
Hello, my name is Emily Matchette. I use she, her, or any pronouns, and I play Imogen White, the Salubri, whose pronouns are she, her.
Hi, I'm Dare. My pronouns are she, they, they. I'm playing Leon Cavallo, our lovely he, they, they. I am a Toreador and a little in love, and I think it's fine if some of us were just willing to open our hearts.
More like
I would if I
Toreadorable.
I'm the
Open our hearts and our souls and become a vessel for a demon.
He tried ripping my arm off. I'm good.
Before we get into whatever the rest of this is, we have sponsors we love to thank. Inspire to create a space that you can be proud of at Inspire to Create Shop, a small Canadian business supporting and sourcing their materials from other small Canadian businesses. They have everything to make your space as cool and nerdy as possible. They have cheeky and funny decals to personalize your walls and cars, and dishwasher-safe mugs sporting your favorite class for when you come out of a long rest. Roll for initiative with Inspire to Create Dice Towers and get one for yourself using our code Tiddies by Night for a discount at Inspire, 2, Create Shop on Etsy.
Woohoo! We also use Sirenscape to help make our stream more atmospheric. You can check it out and use it yourself. It is free at sirenscape.com.
And we have a special shout out for our friends over at the Nat 30s this evening. The Nat 30s are a group of tabletop gamers in their beautiful all natural 30s, for now, playing role-playing games live on Twitch. Now hosted over at the Compound Network, a collaboration of South Coast Massachusetts creatives who want to bring the joy of gaming to all. Join the bums of Green Nest on Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern as they attempt to stop the cult of the dragon from raising Tiamat from her prison in the Nine Hells in the long-running Tyranny of the Dragons campaign. On Midnight Mondays, the Compound Network hosts The Midnight World, a horror-themed tabletop RPG by Gem and I Studios, currently in early release. The ticking of the clock and the impending sense of dread define this role-play heavy system. They invite you to go and run a game, play in a game, or even just suggest concepts for the next horror story. The compound hosts several other streams throughout the week as well, some run by or played by members of the Nat 30s.
If you're catching us live, there's a chance that you haven't heard about September yet, which is where you get to be a subscriber for a little bit less money than normal.
Whoa.
But we still get the same amount of support, which is pretty cool. And if you also have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free Twitch sub every month. You do have to resubscribe once the month is over. So we're just reminding you, if you like to use it on us, don't forget. And
watch me demonstrate right here.
Thanks,
Done it
dear.
again.
Yay!
I do it every month.
Yay!
That's it for me.
All right. Well, I don't know. Possible trigger warnings for this episode: a death, vampire stuff, big demon ladies, and bees. If any of those things bother you, other than big demon ladies, in which case she's probably fine. Feel free to step away. Come back later. Or skip the episode. You can always catch the last time on, which in this case, I apologize. You guys did so much last episode. This is going to be a novel. So sit back, relax,
Oh boy.
and enjoy. Previously on Tiddies by Night. The IOU continued their investigation of Canvey Island by checking out the Coast Guard office along the shore. Jerry and Evelyn snuck in while Octavia performed a short seance to listen to any spirits in the area. She managed to pick up the calls of 2 people nearby as they called out, "He killed us," over and over. Meanwhile, inside the office, Jerry managed to knock over most of the furniture, proving that the building was empty. Evelyn found a ledger tracking some of the expected ships, which included the very ship they were here to investigate, the Loch Derge. Seemingly, Ephraim planned for everything to look as official as possible. Outside on the beach, Imogen and Leon heard the sounds of a living person muttering, "I killed them," while clicking the hammer of a pistol. They made their way up the guard tower to find the source of the sound. Anastasia stayed behind to look over Octavia, who was in the middle of scrying the souls of the 2 ghosts. She discovered that they were officers of the Coast Guard, and they had been sent to investigate the Loch Derge, along with 2 other folk. They were attacked on the ship by a kindred, but one of their colleagues seemed to keel over unprovoked. As the 2 men managed to make their way back to shore, they were stopped by a man who refused to let them back, saying he had to protect the town. Shots were fired, and the cause of death was confirmed. Jerry and Evelyn came outside just in time for Jerry to catch up with Leon and Imogen. Inside the guard tower, they found the captain of the Coast Guard, drunk and slumped over on his desk with a spent revolver in his hand pointing out to sea. Imogen calmed him down, with Jerry retrieving the gun and confirmed that the captain had been the one who shot the officers below. The captain offered his boat, but warned them that there is something evil aboard the Loch Derge. After a quick feed on the captain, everyone regrouped and made plans to split up. Team Church consisted of Jerry and Imogen, who found that the church was empty, save for its Monsignor, an older man named Luke Bird. He told the 2 of them how he didn't believe that the ship was evil, but wanted to go out there to see if anyone needed medical attention, as he was a medic in his past life. The dockmaster had refused his passage, so he asked if Jerry and Imogen were going, and if they could take him. After some debate, the 2 decided to accept his request. Meanwhile, Team Lighthouse, which was the rest of the crew, made their way inside the now dark lighthouse on the hill. At first, they found what seemed to be a modest living space for the old lighthouse keeper, but as they made their way higher, it became clear what had happened. The observation floor radiated a dark energy onto them, as it was in clear line of sight of the Loch Derge. Leon found drawings of an evil quadrupedal creature on the ship deck of the ship, and Evelyn found that the lantern on top had been smashed. Anastasia took this moment to come clean about her intentions, how she had been sent to keep a watchful eye over the IOU in the name of the Camarilla. Octavia, in turn, took the opportunity to dig deeper into Anastasia's soul with her permission. Things went horribly wrong when Octavia found herself in a burning void, the sounds of lava bubbling around her, and determined that it was, in fact, hell. A revelation that I'm sure will excite Leon. Everyone made their way to the captain's... Everyone made their way to the captain's boat, and with the expert coordination of Imogen and Jerry, managed to sail their way to the Loch Derge. Now that they could finally investigate the ship, they found traces of blood, shattered wood from the shore boats, and signs of battle below deck. As they made their way deeper, Imogen heard the sounds of crying off in the distance, a revelation the Monsignor shared. Unaware that the group was following her lead, she eventually faced the reality that people around her were not what they seemed. And just as she realized something was wrong, they all vanished. Imogen, you now stand alone under the deck of this ship in the labyrinthine hallways. None of your friends are around you, nor is the Monsignor himself. And off in the distance, you can hear the crying.
I would like to switch my heightened senses to smell to try to find Evelyn.
Wow!
As you
Am I wrong?
Clever girl.
as you switch your senses to smell, the first things that you smell are the like salty brine and the rust of the ship. You can smell like what smells like fish off in the distance, and it's just this heightened sense of being on this ship. So go ahead and give me a wits and awareness to try to pinpoint Evelyn's distinct aroma through this potpourri.
Am I wrong? She'd be the easiest one to find.
Am I wrong? You're gonna sit
You're
there
gonna
and
look at me
tell me that I'm wrong? She's got a fucking
witch,
crown,
bro.
dude.
That's so many dice. 1, 2, 3. Only 3 successes with 9 dice. I'm using willpower.
Reaching. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Where are my friends at?
This
Aha!
bitch
Worth
gone,
it.
baby.
Worth it. Now I have a crit. So that's for 7.
Ooh.
Right? Right? I got 2 10s and then 3 other successes. That's 7, right? I did that math right? Fun
So,
fact, I never
reaching
know how crits
out, you start to like do your best bloodhound impression of like isolating the different scents and pinpointing what they are. You don't find Evelyn, but you do find almost like sulfur. But it's not like, it's hard to explain. It's almost like the smell of the arcane. You recognize this smell from sometimes when Octavia comes back. She almost has this like this magical scent to her, but it's more the like burning of ingredients and such on her.
Okay. Do I go up or do I follow the smell? I'm going to. Which direction is this smell? Is it like further into the boat or is it like up towards?
Yeah,
Deck.
from your perspective, it's in the direction you were going.
Okay, I'm gonna follow the smell, follow the scent, and the sounds, and the crying, and the everything.
All right. You have a pretty good lock on the smell, so you're sure that the way that you're going is the direction that it's coming from. And as you begin to walk, you notice these hallways like cutting off into different directions, and you can see deeper into the boat what appears to be like those massive doors that you have to like turn the cranks to open.
We're on the Titanic now. Got
Yeah,
it.
basically. It is a large ship. Comparably to some of the other shipping containers that you see coming into the city, it's definitely on the much larger side. And you see someone walk across the hallway from one door to another without the doors opening. Do you continue following the scent?
No, I'm out, fam. I go to the
Oh no,
deck.
this is
I,
like to your right. Like, you're not where you're going.
Oh, that's a ghost though, for sure, Z's.
Good thing you're a ghost hunter.
This is true. Okay, I follow the smell.
All right.
For a hot second, I consider running away. But then I'm like, no, I gotta go.
You continue moving forward, and the sounds of the crying begin to almost like stereo back and forth around you. You can hear it off to the side that you saw the woman walking from door to door, but then you begin to hear the sound on the left coming closer to you. And you can smell the smell getting closer. And you begin to hear a voice in your head. Where's your aunt, dear? Is your aunt well?
Hello?
I see your brother. He's sick.
What? Who's there? Hello?
Your family, dear. They've run into quite a lot of death. You stink of death, my dear.
If you're not gonna tell me who you are, you can just go away. Don't go away. Tell me who you are.
What of your friends, then? Are they all living as well?
I'm gonna keep on moving. Try to find where the yep.
You press on, and you begin to get these, like, sound, just the voice kind of creeping up the back of your spine as it begins to list off the names of the relatives that had died in Ireland. And it begins to describe the ways that each of them had died. And then it gets to your brother in Montreal. I see one left, but not for long. Your aunt is soon to follow as well. And as you hear that, you see a light, almost like the flickering of a candle around the corner, and you can follow that scent towards it.
Yep, I do that.
The voice kind of calms for a moment and almost seems to recede as you do, and you turn the corner, and you see one of those doors that is open on its hinges, and the light is sort of coming from this small room. Inside, you can see what appears to be bunks along the edge, and this faint, warm light inside. There's a table set up along the end, and you can see what almost looks like a large medical pouch has been flipped over, and there's like vials and herbs and stuff. You can see next to that is a chair with what appears to be a very fancy suit jacket slumped over it, and almost like focused in thought over this table. You see a man dressed in a suit. The jacket is off, and he's got like a white undershirt with the overall things, suspenders, and it's sort of like rolled up, and you can see his hands are completely dirty. He turns around, and this man is a little person, and kind of like looking at you, he stops, and in Irish says to you, I'd recognize a child of Ireland the moment I see them.
And you are?
Ephraim.
Great.
I recognize you as
Excellent.
well. You're Imogen, right?
Yes.
I'm not using tricks. You're just very famous. Anyone who's been to London knows who you and your friends are.
Great. Excellent. Let's go.
No. I'm not leaving this room. In fact, if you can get in here, you might as well come in. It'll be safer.
Meaning?
Meaning I don't quite know if I've set up the right wards, but I do know she can't get in. I mean, you're welcome to try. I'm not coming out.
You're going to have to give me a little bit more to go off of than that.
The Banshee. If I go out, she's gonna get me. But I've set up wards in this room. She can't get in.
What do you mean, get you?
Get. Got. Done. She's gotta be closing in on you, too.
Well, I have to go find my friends. Because they disappeared.
Well, I've got a plan. Wait, are they all here?
Yeah.
Did Rita
Somewhere.
send you?
Yes.
Okay, listen, I have an idea. I can help your friends if you can get in here, which you probably can. I have an idea and I can help.
Imogen makes a go on motion.
I don't know what she's after, but I might be able to make this thing a little bit more mobile. I just need more time.
What do you need?
I need time. And maybe someone who's been on the outside. I need to know...
Again, she makes the go on motion,
Any information you have. I don't know what... I've been stuck in here for a week. I don't know what's going on outside. If I knew more about the effects of what's happening, I can maybe design something to stop it.
I can't remember what Imogen knows versus what the group knows.
I feel like we would have told
much
you
did we
everything.
did you fill me in on everything?
I believe we would have. We
Mostly?
would have
Okay,
discussed.
cool.
Except for the demon lady, because I can't say anything.
Wonderful.
Right there.
Yes, then I relay all the information
Are you
minus
doing
the
that
demon lady.
from the outside, or are you going in?
Oh.
I go in.
All right. As
Which I
you
feel like it might be try to go in.
pass through the door, you can feel similar, like the sense of walking into the IOU when the wards are up. It's sort of that almost like heaviness in the air, but you don't feel resistance. And as you pass through, you almost see like Ephraim looking at you, and then you pass the threshold, and he's like, "Okay, I'm sorry. I knew it was gonna work." Anyways. And then you can relay everything that is going on. And we will cut back to the rest of the IOU.
Where the fuck is Matchette?
Where the fuck are you guys?
I don't know.
I'm
still on the shore.
my theory is that she's just gone into a catatonic state in front of us. And we're just hello?
Interesting.
Just start rising up into the air, bones cracking, eyes in my skull.
Yeah. No, so as you are all walking, you remember Imogen being there. She was talking. The Monsignor said, "Did you hear that?" And then Imogen said no, and then he kind of backed off a bit. And then as you continued walking, there was just a moment in time, almost like when Evelyn vanishes, that you just forgot to keep an eye on Imogen, and she just wasn't there anymore.
Do you think that's weird, or are we just where'd Imogen go? Because I feel like at least Evelyn would be like, Imogen doesn't have that kind of power. When she learned that shit.
don't know what's... I was just talking to her a moment ago.
Oi, yeah. What happened to little Emmy?
I'm going to whisper to Octavia so that I just sound like a ghost on the wind to everyone else who is not a vampire. Something is wrong.
I
cannot hear you.
No
I
sounds coming.
definitely agree. But I whisper it.
Hey.
Stage whisper.
Oh.
Jerry starts screaming out for Imogen. Emmy!
Maybe not screaming.
Your,
No, his voice is
calls
echoing
echo.
through
Yeah.
the
You hear,
whole ship.
Emmy.
Oh, perhaps Prophet might be able to help us. And I'll kneel down to my beloved guide dog, and I'm going to use a ritual that I haven't used in a little bit.
Ooh.
I think I know which one it is.
I have to find it. It's the one where I burn a little bow, and then I can see the Prophet can like hunt
illuminate
the trail.
the trail of prey.
That's it.
All right.
Where is it?
Give
Why
me
can't
an-
I find it?
uh,
There it is. I found it.
Give me intelligence and blood sorcery.
All right.
See, I don't even have blood sorcery on my character sheet, so
That's one of my disciplines.
ah.
I mean, you could learn if you wanted
Yeah.
to.
I'm gonna use. Oh no! I can't even use my willpowers because I have no more. So 2 successes.
Oof, we're never gonna find her.
This is so
Be gone.
sad.
As you perform the ritual and sort of burn the cloth and create that smoke trail, Prophet like begins to smell it, but seems like overwhelmed, as if there are like too many things to be smelling around here.
I'll move further away.
Having a bit of trouble there, boy. Well, keep your eyes out. And I give him little ear scritchies. And I get back up. We'll have to find her the old-fashioned way. He's not able to help us.
Oh my god.
Right.
Jerry, once again, the echoing might not actually be as helpful as you expect it to be.
Well, she said find it the old-fashioned way.
Fair enough. There's an immediate just defeat.
You're mentioning Imogen hearing something. I
Yeah.
can't hear anything. Other than, the waves, the creaking of the sails.
I can't
Birds
hear
above.
it anymore. It's silly. I thought for a moment that it was something, but I think I was wrong.
Hold Jerry. Jerry's gonna grab him by the collar. And as gently as he can, like dealing with a human.
You snap his neck immediately.
Oh, you had something with Emmy? And where is she?
I was crying. Thought it was a banshee, but that's silly.
Coming from which direction, Mike?
Kind of like points down a hallway. I think it was from there, but I don't hear it anymore.
All right, so I'm gonna pick him up by the collar and like push him in that direction.
Yeah, as soon as
Let me know when
they
you wear
say,
it.
Evelyn immediately starts going in that direction as soon as he points. So
All right.
What can you let us know as we're walking? What can you let us know about a banshee that we might not already know?
Well, I know that I can't do Irish anymore. It's gone. I did it
In an
once.
Irish accent, you just say potato. And
You
then
got
you're
to,
all good.
yeah. Well, I know that. Well, I mean, they were originally supposed to be for funerals. They would wail to lament the dead, but then they started giving off. They're from the fairyland. They're not real, but they... If you hear them, they're supposed to portend the death of loved ones or even yourself. Those who hear them cry, well, those from Ireland who hear them cry are destined for death, so let's hope that it's not that.
Oi, let me know when you hear it, mate. Go on.
Or, I mean, if it is, you're taking this too literally. It's not a banshee. It was, maybe there's someone on the ship who needs help.
You're speaking to quite literal ghost hunters and investigators of the occult and unusual. I don't believe I have a card on me at the moment, as I would give one to you.
I think I'm alright.
I just produce a card.
Love that.
I appreciate it. Looking into all the other different aspects of. And as he starts talking, Octavia, you begin to hear something. You hear crying.
Oh.
But
Hey, I say it. I hear something.
I pull the Padre by his leash. Oi.
By his leash. He's a person.
It sounds masculine, though. You hear.
Crying. Sounds like a man.
It wouldn't be that. That's not what I heard. I don't. And each of you can, kind of hear off in the distance the quiet sobbing. We should go and see if they need help, I suppose.
Right.
That's what
It's a
we
grown
do.
man crying, right?
I mean,
Sounds like it.
have you seen
No
this?
need to uphold toxic masculinity. Let's go help them.
We didn't say it was a problem.
Say it was a bad thing.
We're confirming.
There was a tone. There was a tone, Jerry.
My apologies. I'll work on my tone. And I, as I throw the Padre out of the way, and just
Padre kills.
Truly the most toxic thing, Jerry. Not throwing this man around.
Were you sneaking ahead, Evelyn, or were you?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think I start
Thought he
moving
was talking to
towards
me.
the sound as soon as it's pointed where the direction of it is.
As you begin to walk, I need. Let's call it a wits and survival.
Okay, I'm going to. I think I'm gonna rouse wits.
All right.
Horrifying
Cool.
combination of things
We-
to ask for.
We did it. We did it. That's 4.
Ooh. All right. You get to a junction at the end of this hall, and you stop for a moment and almost head left, but then think otherwise as you sort of hear this sobbing off in the distance and head off to the right. And you get the impression that navigating the hall, the interior of this ship, takes a little bit of precision and memory.
Cool.
As you
I
hear,
learned from Tanita's maze. It's fine.
Yeah.
yeah, very reminiscent of that.
Yeah.
And you hear Jerry begin running, his feet on the metal behind you.
It's like, well, I'll know where I've been. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'll hear that.
And you follow the sobbing to one of those doors that how you have to turn to open. And you can see at the base of it what looks like more of those splinters of wood from the short boat.
Okay. I would like to. I guess I wouldn't be an investigator if I didn't take a closer look. So we're gonna just take a closer look at this situation that's going on here.
Which sense are you using for your investigation? Are you touching the investigation?
Oh my.
Bonk!
Hey, it's a classic DM question. Are you touching
Yeah.
the thing when you
Well,
investigate
now
it?
I'm very, very suspicious.
But would you have before the question was asked?
Probably.
All right,
So
give
yes.
me an intelligence and investigation.
Cool. That's a 3.
All right. The planks are definitely from the same kind of shoreboat. And in fact, now you can see, like, looking down the hallway, you see what appears to be like almost like a trail of like sawdust a bit, but like a very small one. And as you sort of like jiggle the handle of the door, you can tell that it is like stuck in place, more so than the other doors.
Stuck in place as in like something is like behind it, like blocking it, like somebody put something there, or like the lock is messed.
It's definitely something is preventing you from turning the
Okay.
wheel.
Okay.
And it is about
Sounds like
this
it's
point.
barred from the other side or something.
The rest of the group sort of like lumbers behind you.
Okay. I will move out of the way to see if any of the strong people want to do anything with the door, but I won't. I can't tell them to, or else somebody's going to be like, oh my god, there's a ghost.
Wrong person, you mean? People?
Well, the demon lady's here too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she
You
is.
forgot about your demon wife?
I didn't forget about her. I forgot that she was here.
It's been very quiet.
been in my
I'm going to
dreams
get a
the entire
vibe check
time.
from her right now as well as I move back. I'm going to just take a little peek.
All right.
How's she doing?
Wits and insight.
Woo! Yeah, I love that for me.
What
Let's do
is
that.
Leon doing at this point as well? How do you exist in this space?
I think, honestly, I've been trying to pinpoint any sort of noise. I think Leon knows acoustics to a decent extent, and has been trying to listen in to see if anything sounds far off in a way that I could start tracking by ear.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Give me a wits and awareness then.
They're using her music knowledge once again.
Yeah.
Hell
What did you
yeah.
get, Evelyn?
I got another 4.
All right. She seems invested, focused, kind of just watching everyone's process.
Okay.
She doesn't. I mean, she can't see you, so she's just kind of like
Yeah,
looking
she's-
around.
Yeah. Nothing seems ominous or
No.
like plotting at all, so cool.
Just wants to see us work. I got 4 successes, by the way.
All right. As everyone sort of like calms down for a moment, like this whole time you've been sort of paying attention to the acoustics, especially when Jerry provides noise to bounce off of. And you begin to start to pick up sort of like the structure of the interior of the ship, and can probably feasibly find some of the like more open spaces based on where you can hear like the echoes bouncing off of. This kind of ship would definitely have like a cargo hold or something, and you feel that you could potentially find like a large space like that.
See? Oh, helped.
In the meantime, yeah, I like that both times Jerry has helped. It's been noise related. Are you all get to the door now that has previously been investigated, but not to your knowledge?
I see a closed door, so I want to yank it open.
All right.
That's what I thought. I didn't have to say anything.
You can also definitely, like, the crying is definitely coming from within this room. So go ahead and give me a strength and athletics.
While
Jerry,
they
go.
do this, I definitely unsheath the sword, even though it's going to be a ghost, so it's not going to do anything. But just in case, you know. And then I also, like, move back, because tank first.
Yo.
She later, like, could be over here.
4 is the number of the night, friend.
Yeah, cool.
Maybe we'll be the Mighty Four, not the IOU anymore.
Hey.
As you go to open the door, you twist the wheel, and you can hear like a crack, and you can feel something give as you turn, and then you hit something solid. And as you turn, you you get to that point where you're worried that you're just going to break the wheel off rather than actually unlock or unhinge the door. As this happens, the crying inside stops, and you hear, Freeman, shut up! Someone's at the door.
Oi, mate! Let us in.
Are you with the Coast Guard?
They
I've been
did
to the
send
Coast Guard.
us.
Don't. What's the name of the captain then?
All right, we were told this.
Yeah, I give him the correct answer.
I whisper, it's Dennis, I think. No, that's the fucking lighthouse guy. We know the name, though. What was it? Fuck.
I'm looking
So
in the
confident.
notes. I'm looking. Glenn! It's Glenn.
There we go.
I was
like-
thinking Glenn.
What, you
It's a
mean
white
Glenn?
man name.
I had to do it. It was. There's like a moment of silence and says, "They could have guessed it. Now,
Who would guess Glenn?
move the table. Eleanor, get over here." And you can hear like scraping from behind the door, and like the sound of like a bunch of like wood splinters and stuff falling to the ground. And the door is opened from the inside, and you can see two women standing in front of you wearing sailors' outfits and sort of like definitely salt-stained and weathered. And at the back, sort of leaning up against the wall, you can see a man wearing the same outfit, clutching his leg that seems to have been bleeding profusely. It's been wrapped in cloth, and the blood at this point has turned sort of like dark black from age. And the first woman says, "All right, I'm Helen. This is Eleanor, and Freeman's in the back there. He's messed up. Are you here to save us?"
I take off my hat. Hello. Name's Jerry. These are my mates. Except for the little man. He's a Padre who used to be medic. And then the big lady in the back. She's new.
It's quite a. You don't look like Coast Guards.
Well, never said I was.
We're working with the Coast Guard. Hello, nice to meet you. Name is Leon Cavallo. We happen to be sort of occult experts who heard rumors and ruminations about this ship that we happen to be on.
Yeah, but to answer your question, yeah, we're here to save you.
All right. Well, I don't want to be impolite. Come on in then.
Ladies first.
And as you enter, you can see that this is a mess hall. That there is stores of food. There's sort of the tables set up for people to eat at, but it's sort of been almost like converted into like a sleeping quarters. There's like cloth and stuff that have been built into a bed. You can see like eaten food and stuff, and off in the corner there's like glass jars and stuff that have been shattered and whatnot. And you can get the scent of they've been in here for a while and had to find a space in the corner for other things. They've definitely been here, locked up in here. And Eleanor sort of speaks up and says, "Did you have any trouble with the vampire out there?"
There's a vampire out there.
Yeah. The guy who hired us turned on us a few days ago. Wait, how long have we been in here?
About a week, according to,
Christ. Well, he turned on us a week ago then.
what's this guy look like?
Small folk, fancy suit, speaks with an Irish accent. We were,
Why, you say he turned on you?
yeah, we were just, yeah, he turned on us, started chasing us through the halls. There's, we heard screaming. I think someone else got attacked as well. Freeman got a bit of it, sort of like points to Freeman. It's just a scratch, but he's not taking it too well. And you see Freeman kind of like flip them off.
Well, thankfully we do have a medic on hand. Do you mind coming a little closer so we can check on it?
The Monsignor says, "I don't mind. I'll come in," and kind of like comes in and like takes off his side bag and like starts pulling out like instruments and stuff and checking the wound and kind of like looks up at Freeman and says, "Vampire?" And Helen turns and says, "Yeah, vampire. He was has fangs out, attacked us, started throwing his blood at us, and people started burning. It was, you might think we're gone cabin fever, but it's true."
Yeah, I believe you. Have you seen a little one? Oh, yay tall, and I describe Imogen as politely as possible.
No, haven't seen her. We've been locked up in here.
What does that mean?
Jerry can be crude.
She's hot.
Yike. He's taken.
And as she goes on to continue to describe, Octavia. As the sobbing stops from Freeman, you begin to hear something off in the distance. A lighter, feminine sobbing. Hard to pick up. But you hear a whisper. Octavia. I've seen your mum, Octavia. She's in my realm. Come to join her.
My like jaw opens, and I'm in a bit of a state of shock. Does anyone hear this other crying? Is there anyone else? Were there just the three of you, or is someone else here?
As you speak, none of your investigators reply.
Damn it.
Bye.
Yeah.
And then in that case, yes, I would love to see my mom.
All right. Follow me then. And you can hear this crying next to you, and you can feel this like soft hand brush against yours and go to hold on to it.
Is Prophet with me still?
You don't hear Prophet.
No! This is betrayal! Okay. Do I get a feeling that this is not a good idea to go where I'm being led?
Do you want to do this via insight or occult?
I would love. Does my ghost specialty count?
I'll roll.
Oh yeah, right. Okay.
If it does.
So what am I doing? Intelligence and occult? Wits
Yeah,
and occult?
intelligence and occult. Or, I mean, wits and occult is also thematically correct for a vibe check on the situation.
All right. I have no willpower. This is okay. I did pretty well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
It's generally not great to be asked by a ethereal woman who's sobbing to, like, go with her.
Okay. What has wronged you? Why are you upset? Perhaps I can be of assistance.
It's all the death. Once you've seen all of this death, you tend to get a little bit macabre.
Fair enough, fair enough. Now, why am I hearing you if I'm not Irish?
Because you're looking for something. The others have pushed death aside, but you've embraced it, dear.
That is
Plus,
true.
don't believe all the myths you hear.
I should have expected that. think I would like to stay with my friends for now, though.
For the time you have with them? I've smelt them. They don't have long.
Well, if that's true, it's lucky that I communicate with the other side quite frequently.
Your mother sends her regards, but she doesn't have long. I know your pa's looking for him as well. And he's getting a bit too close for probably your comfort.
I've requested that he stop. I don't understand why he would go back.
Have you ever tried to tell a man to do anything? Tell you what. I'll either get help from you or I'll get help from your friend. The one who brought me here. He's dead. But I need one of you.
Someone brought you here.
Does this look like Ireland, dear? Does this smell like Ireland? Can you hear the wind blowing through the trees and the grass? No. This is not my home.
You were dragged here. Against your will.
Smart one. Someone stole something of mine, and I intend to get it back. And I intend to take him with me when I do.
Did we get a description of the artifact that they were looking for?
Nope.
Okay. Well, it just so happens I am quite skilled at discovering lost items. So is the rest of my fabulous team, but if it sounds like you just want one of us, then perhaps you have chosen correctly.
Meet me in the center of the ship. Bring all the friends you need. But if
Lovely.
you turn on me, I'll send you where your mother is. And as she says that, all of you see Octavia collapse on the ground, as that was a premonition. And we are going to return to Imogen. You've just explained everything that is going on. Ephraim, between sort of building something, you see a collection. It's almost like a rifle, but there's no trigger and there's no actual hole to the end of it. He just kind of seems to be building this long wooden metallic stick with runes etched on the side that he keeps putting herbs into and lighting on fire so they burn into the runes. And any time that you're describing, he kind of looks up at you. He says, "So the lighthouse felt it the most."
Yes.
And the keeper turned off the light. I suppose that's smart. And if the Coast Guard thought that his men were possessed, why didn't he just go to the priest? Whatever. Alright, well, I think I figured out how to finish this. But it is going to require... I noticed that you're, Cyclops.
Go on. This guy needs to go.
If you could use a little bit of your extra kick. And he pulls out what appears to be a vial of blood. I need something that will calm things around it. Can you do a little bit of your special magic on this?
Yes, I think so. so. I can try.
I promise I won't eat you. I'm a bit old for that.
Narrow my eyes with that. Thanks. All 3 of them narrow. Yeah, I'm assuming that he wants me to do like Obeya. That's not really on an object though, but I'll try.
All right. Give me a rouse check.
Ah, shit. Yike. This could go bad. That's a 10.
Nice. No hungy for you. Now give me a composure and auspex.
Still a lot of hunger dice involved in this roll. That's no successes. I'm gonna use a willpower on that.
Okay.
Can I use a willpower on
Valid.
that?
Yep.
That's 2 successes.
Nice. So as you sort of focus, you can feel the blood start to pour down your forehead, and you can see the blood inside sort of like shimmer a little bit as he says, "Huh, didn't think that would actually work. Thanks." And he's going to uncork the vial with the blood in it and start pouring it on the top of this device that he had just made. And he's going to look at you and be like, "You might want to back up real quick." And he's going to slowly bring the device up to one of the candles. And as he does, the blood on it lights and creates this like white light, this white fire that burns on the end of it. As he kind of like jumps back instinctively for a moment, he like looks at it and he says, "That looks like it's working to you too, right?"
Sure.
I mean, it's not real. It's not fire. It's not fire color, right?
No.
Okay. I couldn't see color too well before the embrace, so, you know, kind of carries over. All right, well, here, hold this for a moment.
I take it.
As you do, you feel...
Oh no!
You can feel that sort of like warding sense now just like emanating in your palm, as if the runes that are in the room themselves are now held in your hand. And he kind of grabs his jacket off the chair and like flips it around and puts it up and starts buttoning. All right, well, you should probably find your friends then, right?
Yes.
I mean, if this works, again, it's, I had a week to think it up. It's not exactly exact science. So
this will just make the Banshee stay away from us, right?
here's hoping.
Right. Okay.
Okay. I mean, do you want to hold it? I can back you up.
Can.
All right. Kind of like grabs it. You can see that he's like kind of also like hesitant. And he's like, all right, well, here we go. And he kind of just
No, never mind. I was looking at a power. I was like, does this help me at all? I don't think it does.
And he steps through the room, the door, and sort of stands in the hallway. This seems to work. I don't hear her.
Right, well, let's go then, and I leave.
All right. Lead the way.
I listen for my friends, I guess, then, because I'm like...
Give me a wits and survival.
I hate that combination!
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, I'm not screaming anymore, so never mind. I was gonna be like, hey, maybe I can help.
Yeah.
Do my heightened senses help at all with this?
Not
Not really, hey?
No.
Okay.
It's more trying to like
1,
remember where
2,
you had come from.
3 successes.
All right. You go down the hallway and sort of like stop for a moment and remember the directions that you had come. Even though you were hurried when you saw the ghost, you do manage to like start to make your way back in the direction that you believe you had come. And Ephraim's sort of following behind you, holding this strange runic torch in front of him. And a bit of time passes. So what brought you here from Ireland then?
Well, you know, the plague.
Yeah, that'd do it.
Sickness, illness. Entire family died, so...
Cool. Yeah, that would make sense that you'd want to get away then. And were you dying then?
Yes, yep.
I mean, saving a salubri from the plague that makes sense. Kind of had
It was
to...
my aunt, so...
Oh, well, that's nice. Keeping it in the family. My sire wasn't related to me. This was more of a...
I'm only realizing just now, she might not be my real aunt.
Oh.
Might just be a name, actually, now that I think about it.
Well, that's fair. I remember having a lot of, this is your uncle, and they would show up on holidays, and then you'd never see them, and then here's an aunt, and you call them aunt, and you don't actually know if they're... Yeah, I see that. Huh. So you must be pretty young then, right? Like, embrace-wise.
Yes. Yep.
Huh. Well, it's nice to meet the... I was gonna say torchbearers, the next generation of Irish kindred. Then.
Yep.
Not much for
That's
small
freaking
talk.
me out a little bit. Apparently, yeah.
The plus side is you don't hear the banshee as you walk through the halls back in the direction that you remember coming from. You don't hear her, and she seems to... It seems that the fire is working, and this like white flame is kind of like flickering this like almost like ghostly ethereal light in the hall that kind of almost creates this like monochromatic appearance to everything. And just as you turn the hallway, you see that you haven't been heading towards your friends. You see a sign labeled at the end of the hallway that says the cargo hold. That's where we're going to go to break.
Supposed to go.
Oh no! Imogen!
Be back
Oh,
in a bit, yo!
Bye. Be back soon.
Good morrow, fine patron. Are you looking for music for your character, campaign, or Twitch stream? Does music move you like prune juice after a colonic? Well, here at OBP Musical, we write music from any genre, from fully orchestrated pieces like this, to video game auditory herpes like this. We have singers from Les Miserables and Disney for vocals like this.
The heroes of the North, with them we'll sally forth. The warrior knight, the maiden of Ed.
Have a bard that's written lyrics? We can write music for them. So, if you want music that rocks, come to us at OBP Musical and get your rocks off. That sounded weird. Music and songs from any genre, from opera to country, pop to thrash metal. We are jacks of all trades. OBP Musical, music for any occasion. Birthdays, weddings, having a bris. We've got you covered when others don't. Go to obpmusical.com for more info.
Hero Forge is a free-to-use online character design application. Create and share your unique designs using their in-depth character creator tools. Order customized tabletop miniatures that truly represent your characters. Whether you prefer to start from convenient presets or fine-tune your character feature by feature, Hero Forge makes it easy. Best of all, designing, saving, and sharing characters is completely free. Visit HeroForge.com to start designing your custom miniature today, and check back often. New content is added every week.
I've been working on my Steve cosplay, and I found the perfect piece to finish it off at the costume shop. They have wigs, costumes, contacts, and they even have a cosplay section on their website for people just like me. Head on over to thecostumeshop.com/REF tabletop titties to get started. That's TheCostumeshop.com, spelled ye old way. Make sure to use the code tabletop titties with double D's to get yourself $10 off at checkout. Maybe I should make a Imogen White cosplay next.
Wow, we're back. Oh, I don't know why I half expected a crack. We're gonna go back to the mess hall where Octavia has just collapsed in front of all of you. Helen kind of steps forward and is like, "Is your friend all right?"
I stop her from getting too close, and then I like block everybody and help Octavia up. Yeah. She's alright.
You are conscious now, Octavia.
I just need some air. The sight of the smell of blood makes me nauseous.
Right. I'ma help her get some air, and I'll like escort you out of the room.
All right.
Yeah.
How's Freeman doing over there, Doc? And the Monsignor kind of looks up and says, "Well, his leg's gonna probably need to be amputated, but other than that, I think he's gonna survive." And Freeman just like freaks out. It's like, and both Eleanor and Helen are like, "Yeah, all right." It's gonna be real sailor soon. So you lot here to get us out? Are you killing the vampire or what?
The only person in the room I think is Leon.
Leon and Anastasia. Yeah. Anastasia,
I looked at Anastasia.
I think I leave to go follow Octavia if they're leaving the room. So.
Anastasia's like, y'all seem to be doing fine in here. I'm just an intern.
I was about to say, is there... If you would like, we can keep this area barred up and come back when we know that we've taken care of the problem. That way you can sort of, I guess, rest as close as easy as you can. And what is the medic's name?
Padre.
See, I only know him through Jerry names, which makes me nervous. This one, I only remember the names Jerry gives people and not their...
His name is Luke Bird, but you can
not even close.
You can call him Padre if you want.
Well, Mr. Bird, if you wouldn't mind keeping them company. That way, if anything happens to get worse, they have at least a trained medical professional on hand, and we'll be back. We'll keep asking questions. We'll do the whole question, song, and dance again, so you know it's us.
All right. I can protect them, or I can do an exam, I guess, on each of them and make sure that they're all right. The vampire, apparently.
Yes, we'll see if this vampire is afoot. I realized what I said to immediately cover my mouth with the faux pas of it all.
Anastasia kind of like... all right. We'll stay here then. Best of luck. If you die, please don't haunt us.
Yes, give us 12 hours is a long time. Give us 12 hours, and if you don't hear anything, assume we're dead.
Right. All right. And Anastasia kind of like awkwardly starts to leave the room.
And I just like politely close it behind us.
You can hear the like of the door being pushed, or the table being pushed back in front of the door.
Before that happens, I would like to, since it's just Jerry and Evelyn, I'm gonna say, Anastasia's soul is the depths of hell.
Right, yeah, that tracks.
I think both of us
She's
say
not
it right.
what she
okay.
appears.
Do we think the Camarilla is aware of this, or is she playing them?
I have no idea, but it's not safe to discuss now.
No, of course.
And then I'll say, I was met with a premonition. And I'll like explain it as the other group comes out. I'm very worried that Rita does not know who her friend is with this Ephraim character. I hate to say it, but I think I'm on the ghost side here.
Yeah, right.
Well,
If he took him, he aren't like him either.
If he broke the masquerade, this also puts us in a bit of a pickle.
Yes, also that.
Wait, are we gonna be eating him?
No.
Nobody said anything about eating anyone.
Well, you said break your masquerade, and if no one's not supposed to know about us,
We would
Then
simply
it-
turn him over to the Camarilla if it came to that, I think.
Now,
well,
The
sorry.
Averies.
Sometimes I think with my stomach.
We have a representative here.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but it probably might be a good idea to take care of each and every one in that room. Unless you have a way of absolving them of their memory of the last week.
I think we have someone who can do that.
Imogen might be able to. If
Also,
we
it's-
can find her.
Also, they've been locked away for several hours or several days. Easy to assume some sort of sea madness has taken them over.
We could also possibly convince them that anything that they saw was the ghost.
Exactly.
All I'm saying
There's
is
many
that
ways
the,
around this.
the Camarilla ain't gonna look too kindly on a few kind walking around spouting the idea that this event occurred because of a kindred. But
And
I'll wait and
And
see
that's
what...
why we are turning him in to you. So quick to violence.
I'm just telling you what the Camarilla would want. I'll wait and see how the investigation goes, but if there's a point where I think that the masquerade is at risk, I do have to inform my higher-ups.
I do
Right.
sincerely understand that, which is why we're going to play a game more akin to subterfuge than we are out and out.
I'm impressed
Violence.
by your dedication to not harming them.
Just a quick question.
Oh no.
You sure you're the best authority about not breaking a masquerade?
Oh no.
Got a point.
I did say I apologize for that, and would like to be made aware of how many times I will have to do so before you stop bringing it up.
Well, it's very rare for me to not be the one in trouble, so I'm kind of relishing in this.
He's got a point.
Sarah, you were the other party involved.
Yes. He's got
Which
a
is my
point.
point. Oh, I didn't do it. I didn't start it.
Points are being made
Wait
left,
a
right,
minute,
and
didn't-
center here.
I wasn't there, but you absolutely, it was your idea to do the boxing match. I'm so mad I wasn't there.
Yeah, okay.
Your fault.
I wanted to fight her. I did not want to beast mode her, so.
You square up with any random body. You don't know what's gonna happen.
So, now that we're
Whatever.
alone, I drop Cloak of Shadows. I'm like, oh, finally. Now, what are we doing? What was your premonition? What do we need to do?
Well, I believe that this banshee was dragged here from Ireland against its will due to some tie to an object, and I fear that it is the artifact that Rita and Ephraim were hoping to get their hands on.
We don't know
Don't
anything
believe-
about this item, do we?
I wasn't briefed on it, no. I didn't think to ask. Our mission was just to bring Ephraim home, and now I don't even know if I want to do that.
Why? I just want to get very clear. Do we got to bring him home alive? Because I don't really like this guy.
Yes, well, I mean, he's not even alive. He's a Tremere, so. But I do know what you mean, and it's something I'm wrestling with. I think if we are able to separate the artifact from him, we don't need to kill him.
All right. Can I at least punch him?
Okay.
All right.
Y'all have any idea of where to go next then? Haven't had any chance to find Imogen.
Yes, actually, if we are to meet up with this creature, this banshee, she told me to go to the middle of the ship. I believe deep into the vessel.
All right.
Doesn't seem ominous at all. Shall we?
Anyone know how to do that?
Can I do my bloodhound mode? And wait, do I?
You've been on vessels. You
probably know
Yeah.
some layout.
I would know layout of ship. Clearly.
Like, yeah. Obvious.
Seems familiar.
Secret messages! Secret messages are happening!
I'm
I don't know what you're
scared.
talking about.
There was a lot of silence that was just happening.
That's a lot of silence. That was very,
and I
very
was like,
concerning.
what is happening?
I do think Leon will just. Well, I have gotten a bit of an ear for this place. If we don't mind traveling by sound a little bit, I think it's a viable way to move.
Right, you want me to call out for Emmy again? Because
Do you hear something?
I've been keeping an ear out for sort of the reverberations throughout the ship, and you know how a bat can sort of make noises and figure out, akin to that. So
echolocation.
yes, my lovely bat, please, I'll indulge you.
Let's do it.
Let me step away first. Let me step away from you first.
And I scream on the top of my lungs, Imogen, throughout the ship.
Imogen.
Now they're going to think we're being murdered.
I told them 12 hours or so. If we don't come back, assume we're dead.
You hear Helen? I can't believe they're dead already.
False alarm, reset the clock.
12 hours from now, got it. Yeah, I would say give me just a wits and awareness, Leon. It's not gonna be too challenging, just because you've almost been like mapping this place in your brain by just listening carefully.
Beautiful. Let me grab a million little dice. I have lots of wits and awares. Got so many 8s. Sheesh. That is a 6.
Ooh, you know where you're going.
Yeah, you start to hear almost that like the like quick reverberations down the hall, and then almost like slower ones deeper in the ship, and you can start to lead the group in that direction. Wow, you can really make out the sound of a room like that.
Yeah, it comes from my experience with performing. I have an ear for acoustics and anything that provides good sound quality. And like, just to be a little dramatic, Leon just like lets out a nice little note, just as a little flourish, because they're like this.
Wow, that's impressive. I can see why people keep going to the Palace Theater.
Yeah, I haven't even done singing yet, only poetry.
I didn't know you could do singing as the group continues down the hallway. Imogen.
Hi.
Standing next to Ephraim, looking in at this cargo hold. It is dark, and kind of like turns to you and he says, "This isn't the way we were supposed to go, was it?"
I might have gotten a little turned around. It's like a maze down here.
That's fine. While we're here, do you mind if I check on the artifact real quick?
Yeah, what exactly is it?
It's, honestly, it's a family relic, and he sort of, like, starts to walk forward, with the torch. And as you get closer, you see that there's just, like, crates, in this room. Each of them are, like, labeled, and you see, like, Guinness and, like, exports and stuff like that. And it seems to be, like, genuinely, like, imports from Ireland that he had gone to. And he said, these were kind of a cover, although, honestly, I can make quite a bit from them. And he starts to lead you sort of, like, around these boxes and through almost, like, this tunnel that he had created with them, and you have to like crouch down under like some precariously placed boxes. My family's always been kind of researchers. We try to always learn as much as we can about things, and my family came across a glade once, and sort of, it was near their home. It's hard to explain, but we kind of made a friend a while back, and I was just wanting to bring him. And as this box tunnel opens up, you see in the middle of this sort of opening of boxes is a coffin. A large, old, dark coffin on top of what appears to be a mound of dirt. And you see just a circle of this, like, gold, shiny dust surrounding the coffin.
Oh, no.
I just wanted to check up on him and make sure that he's doing okay.
That's, you know what?
Something wrong?
I'm gonna, we should maybe go look for my friends, you know?
Yeah. After.
We should go look for my friends now, and I'm gonna compel.
Yeah!
Do it. Fuck yeah.
Right
Big
now.
red flags. So many red flags.
Our Zoom chat's like, we won!
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, danger.
Go ahead and give me a charisma and dominate.
That's a fuck ton of dice.
This.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dice. Ooh. I'm gonna use some willpower.
Yeah. This seems rather important. Just a tad.
Good. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 successes.
As
And
you,
Oldo.
your forehead begins to bleed as
And
you
guess
send
what? It's also his own idea if it works.
as you
Rationalize.
send out this compel to him, and he kind of like stops and like turns his head for a moment and looks up and says, "I told you I was old. I was starting to like you, Imogen. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're in about as much danger as I am right now, and the only thing keeping us safe is this. So you're gonna help me. I'm gonna open this box and see how he's doing, and if he wakes up angry, you're gonna do what you just did, but you're gonna do it to him, all right?"
I take the thing and I run.
Give me a
Ooh.
strength and athletics.
She's been hanging out with Jerry. She can do it.
I can't.
No, I can't.
No.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna rouse for strength though.
All right.
First.
Yeah.
Wait, how
I
hungry?
passed that.
Oh good.
I get an extra 2 dice, right?
Yes,
This
correct.
is big spooky. Our like weakest character is just like in big fucking shit right now. Oh my god.
Three successes.
You go to grab the torch, and he sort of like pulls back and checks his elbow into you, and you stumble back. I'm getting real tired of this. I was pretty happy when a salubri showed up on this boat. It keeps everyone calmer, but you're not being calm right now, Imogen.
Give me the torch now.
I don't think so. And he's gonna hold the torch back, and you see him under his suit pull out a vial.
Uh-oh.
I run! I stop doing everything and I run! I just run! I'm fine, I'm running!
As you run through the box tunnel, you hear him echoing through the room. That's not a good idea, Imogen. She's gonna find you eventually. As you run off into the ship.
I'm running! I don't care anymore.
The rest
I'm so
of you
scared right now.
begin making your way towards the cargo hold.
Is Imogen screaming as she runs?
Give me a wits and awareness.
Oh, that's so many less die.
Can I
Am I
also
still
make
drunk?
a wits and awareness?
Yeah, go for it. You're actively listening, so it would make sense.
I got 3 successes.
All right.
Respectable.
For my 3 die? Yeah, that's...
All right. I can't talk. I also got 3. My 7 die, so.
You don't hear anything yet. You can hear your feet on the metal underneath you, and you can hear the pads of profit. Just the
Little talons.
yeah. But you don't yet hear Imogen. Now, is anybody else doing anything as you make your way to the cargo hold? Leon's pretty confident that they know where they're going, but are you doing anything in preparation or additional investigation?
I will. I don't think I ever like resheathed my sword, so that'll just be available to me. Let's see. What do I want to activate? I will. I think at any sign of movement or like problem or like somebody coming, I will vanish. I will use Cloak of Shadows, but until then I am surveying the area, see if I see anything suspicious.
Okay.
All that good stuff.
Can I... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
Can I sense the unseen while we're walking?
Sure. Yes, you can.
Wits and aspects.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying... This is more to see anything else about the Banshee. But I'll take whatever I see.
Cool.
4 successes.
All right. So, a bunch of stuff happens all at once.
Boy, it's always good.
Octavia, as you send out your spirit, you sense a lot. You sense tons of ghosts. And at first, almost like a wave, you feel these like new ones, similar to the ones on the beach. And as they drift past them, you can hear the wails and the calls of them, but then it hits almost this like barrier of just the screaming dead. Jerry,
That's overwhelming.
Leon, and Evelyn, as you turn a corner following Leon's direction, you see just almost like a corrosion of dead bodies lining this hallway. Along the corners, there's just piles of what appear to be the ship's crew in various states of fear decay and some of them being feasted on. And you can hear buzzing of flies coming off of them.
Are there any rats on this ship?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Just a question for later.
Preparing for your ult.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, upon seeing that, can I activate lethal body and like feral weapons?
Sure.
Cool.
Lethal body, feral weapons, both free. So you sort of like go into activation mode. And Anastasia says, "This isn't normal, is it?"
Not at all, no.
It's not encouraging at all either.
We got to get around this, though, right?
We'll through it.
All right. This one's free. And she starts like walking up and just sort of like pushing the bodies aside to make a room for you. Octavia, as you all are walking through this like tunnel of dead, that wall in front of you feels more rounded. It almost feels like a radius, like a sphere is in front of you. And you can't hear the crying of the banshee, but you can definitely feel her influence. And you can hear like the whispering of the dead around you. He's coming for us. She's calling me. She's reminding me. Not all of them were killed by one thing. You sense that some of them were eaten by whatever kindred is on here, and some of them just simply died from hearing the call of the banshee. You hear a lot of like Irish voices as you go along.
That's not their fault. That's not the banshee's fault. She's not even supposed to be here. Is what's going through my mind as we continue pressing on.
And then you
So
hear
much death.
something else. You hear a familiar call, a scream and a yelling of "Dear Imogen" off in the distance through this wave of death.
As the second I hear Imogen, I start booking it in her direction.
Yeah.
Like, bump that, like, bump everybody else. Like, y'all are fine. You'll be good. I run immediately to Imogen, fangs out, claws out, just like, who hurt her kind of situation.
Yeah.
And Imogen, as you can hear the calling and the running of Jerry, you also hear the crying get louder. As you left the radius of safety of Ephraim, you are now just hearing this crying around you as you approach them.
That's fine. I just want to get off this boat now.
And you all
I just keep on
you
running.
find it. You all
Okay.
come together.
Okay, good. We need to get off this boat right now.
Emmy!
Right now.
Are you
Let's
okay?
go. We're going off the boat. There is
What's
We need a bit
going
more
on?
to go on.
old, scary
This one's gonna die.
one of us here.
They're all gonna die, Imogen.
We need to go now. Now.
Where's Ephraim?
We don't like him anymore. We're going.
Taking them all.
Right, yeah, you heard the lady. We don't like him no more.
Did you see an object?
Tell her to
The
help me,
artifact?
Imogen.
No, is the priest around?
No,
I
we
left
left him.
him.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
We locked him in a closet.
It's not an artifact. It's a vampire.
Tell
So we
me
need
to-
to go now.
Tell her to help me.
Yeah,
I hear you. We need to go now. Right now.
We do have.
Go ahead, Leon.
What are we gonna do about the ship, though? Even if we get off of there, there's always a chance that more people end up coming here. This always happen again.
weren't
She's
there
not
cannons?
supposed to be here. She was dragged here by Ephraim, I think.
Right, yeah, I gotta take care of that, because that's not cool.
Exactly.
As you look at your friends, Imogen, you see Leon and Jerry and Octavia, Evelyn and Anastasia. Someone else standing behind them. A woman in a veil. Her eyes are sunken.
So
And
dead.
she looks at you. You have to get them to help me. And she begins to walk forward,
Bitch,
seemingly
we're
like
already gonna help you.
shifting between your friends, walking towards you.
How?
I'll show you.
How what?
And she reaches out a hand and places it on your forehead.
No, I step back. I step back so fast.
Imogen, what do you see?
Give me a dex and athletics.
God damn it! I roused strength. Oh, fuck me. 1 success.
Oof.
As you jump back, you feel this cold palm on your forehead. And you get a flash of white. And you recognize where you are. You're back in Ireland. You can see lakes that you recognize. You see hills. And a woman stands next to you in a black veil that is covering her face. She doesn't look like a ghost. She just looks like a woman. This is where I'm from, Imogen. This is where you're from. This is my home. And this is my kingdom. You've heard of the fairies, right? You heard
She
of the
nods.
queen of the fairies.
Yes.
Good.
Have I?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
My name's Abel. I've been taken from my land. A monster has taken my harp. He's bringing it to London. I want you to get it back.
The harp back to Ireland.
Back to Ireland.
Great. Okay. Do you know anything about the coffin with the old one in it? With the scary coffin that's... Do you know anything about that?
Yes. That'd be the Doulahan. That one I'm going to need an intelligence and occult.
Oh, fuck. That's 2 dice. That are both successes. It's 2.
The Doulahan is another name for the Headless Horseman.
Ah, fuck off! No!
That's sick. So
It's
cool.
so scary.
That was from our Patreon.
Oh.
Do I now? I know if that's scary or that's scary, right? That
That's
sounds
pretty bad,
scary.
yeah.
Sounds
That
pretty fucking scary.
right? Okay, cool. All right. So, right, get the heart back to Ireland, and any instructions for what to do with the other thing.
I don't much care for him, but he doesn't belong in a place like London. He belongs home in Ireland as well.
All right. So just if we turn the ship around, then it should be fine, right?
If the monster will let you.
And by monster, you mean
Whoever brought me here.
Ephraim? Right. Okay. That's fine. We should we'll take care of him, I guess, and then turn this thing around, I guess. Maybe not me specifically, but someone.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Kind of like gestures to the fields in front of you.
She nods.
Maybe you'll get to see it again. Maybe in another life. And you are pulled back to the ship as Sirenscape crashes. And I cannot get the ship noises back. Doing it acoustic.
Little does this banshee know that Imogen actually went on a vacation to Ireland with her aunt not that long ago. Actually,
She's gonna wear a disguise so no one recognizes
yeah.
her.
Even the banshee was like, I didn't know that was you.
Imogen, you just see Jerry in your face, kind of being like shaking you gently to be like, "Oi, hello,
Yeah.
hello."
Hey. Hi.
You kind of went off there.
So the banshee's gone now. I'm assuming, like the
Yeah,
physical...
you can't hear the
Okay.
cries anymore either.
You all right there?
All right, so we've got to get her back home.
Yeah. Any orders how?
What was taken from her?
It was her harp, and then also shit. What was the other name for the headless horseman? I've already lost
Doulahan.
it.
The Doulahan.
The Doolan?
Doulahan.
Doulahan. And also, the Doulahan should probably also go back home. Unfortunately, I think they're both down with Ephraim, and he's old and scary.
Well,
Right, what? Yeah, pinning that. What is a Doulahan?
It's another name for a headless horseman.
oh.
Sounds exciting.
It's absolutely terrifying, and I would love for us to get this. Let's
Have you
figure out
seen
a
a
plan.
harp? Have you seen the harp anywhere?
I did not, but there's lots of down in the cargo hold. There's lots and lots of crates and things. I would assume it would be in there. I didn't see it, right? Oh my gosh, did I see it? And I just
No.
I was thinking that it was what he was holding was what was taken, but I'm thrown through a loop. Totally new object.
I would assume that it's down in the cargo hold,
Oh,
or
what
if
an
it's small
idea.
enough, he has it. Yes, Jerry.
Oh, proposal.
I'm just gonna.
Annie and I, we can distract this Ephraim bloke, while you look for the harp, and yeah, maybe even fight a horseman.
So he was also trying to check on the Doulahan while I was with him, and he might have woken him up now. I'm very concerned about that. Because he brought me with him to make sure that he was not angry when he woke up. But now I'm
perhaps
realizing
he
that by running
wouldn't.
away, he might have waken him up anyway, and he might be angry. So there's that.
Is
Maybe he didn't wake him up because you weren't with him, though. Because that risks him getting attacked.
also
He seemed pretty sure on waking him up and checking on him.
I have an interesting logistical question. If we were to wake the headless horseman, does the horse come with? I don't. Is the horse
Yes,
going
how
to...
dangerous is a man without his horse?
A man without his head.
Right.
You're all
Anyway.
joking about this very lightly.
That wasn't a joke. That was legitimate. That was a legitimate question about if moving on horseback through this ship.
I don't think the coffin was big enough for a horse, was it?
Definitely not. No.
Okay,
Colin, I
Leon was
don't know
not
if he
there.
has-
It was
yeah.
It was definitely for a large person.
Yes, so I don't know if he has a horse with him, so
Well, right, yeah, we can take care of them. I can take care of them.
Okay.
And I could take Anna with me. Yeah. Well, you'll look for the harp because that's important, and yeah. Can I please fight him? Please.
If it comes to that, we definitely will not stop you.
I
Jerry,
tried
you're
to
gonna
tell
pu-
him to stop something, and he didn't listen to me, so...
Are you,
And right there is a great reason for me to kill him.
you talking about fighting the Ephraim or fighting the horseman?
I took it as both.
He's
honestly.
talking about
Little
both.
column A, little column B.
You gonna punch a headless man? I'm
Aye.
all right seeing that.
Right. Any objections to this plan?
Let me just think. And I'd like to try and recall if I know any sort of like tips and tricks to give our fighting team about the Doulahan.
Yeah.
All
Or would
right.
I not know because it's not from here?
Give me an intelligence and occult, and we'll just see.
Can I see if I've fought any Irish blokes in my past that I can recall on?
If you fought Irishmen, yes,
Irishmen on horseback?
yes. The Irish blood in me says that yes. It's most of the men you fight are Irish.
Okay.
Yeah, that checks out. Yeah.
3 successes.
3 successes. Yeah, it's during the Victorian era. It's kind of like an obscure thing for someone to know in London.
Yeah.
You know more about like the local folklore, and the Headless Horseman hasn't really made it.
Okay, yeah.
This is when Kelly finds out that there's a popular Headless Horseman book that was in Victorian times.
Sleepy Hollow.
Wait, yeah, when was Sleepy Hollow come out?
The movie?
I can't. Nothing's coming to mind. You'll be on your own if you do need to fight. But please come out with your unlife.
All right, yeah, I'll do my best. Yeah, I remember reading a book called The Legend of Sleepy Hollow back in 1820.
Good.
Give me an intelligence and occult just to see how much of this is you can pull.
Intelligence.
But I will make the challenge rating much lower because
Great, because I don't have any occult. I'm a willpower. I got 1 success. It's very important to me.
yes, you can recite all of the knowledge that you remember specifically from the book. So Jerry knows as much about a Headless Horseman as the book dictated about a Headless Horseman.
Oi, if there's a little man called Ichabod who can beat him, I'm bigger than him.
Fair enough.
All right.
Now, are just the 2 of you staying to fight? Do you need any assistance? Because I do think if we are splitting our team up, we should have people able to fight on both sides just in case something comes up or they don't take the bait and they follow. Team find the harp.
I ain't never fought a Tremere. Octavia, this is a weird question, but hypothetically, how would someone beat a Tremere?
Don't arm wrestle him.
That's fair.
They'll definitely be using blood rituals against you. So steal your mind.
All
He
right.
did have a vial of blood that I did do something to.
What did you do to it?
I did the calming thing to the blood, but I think he put that on the torch though. I'm getting confused now between vials, right?
Yeah, he pulled out a different vial.
Just kidding. Don't listen to me. I'm getting my vials mixed up. I don't do vials, so.
But you do not want to ever touch a Tremere's blood.
Right. Kill him without touching his blood.
Don't make a mess, please.
All
Right.
right.
Yeah.
So only bludgeoning then. Punch him.
Perhaps I shouldn't come with you then.
Jerry looks at his claws
Looks
like,
at my sword. Like,
Just Anastasia like picking up her fists.
retracts claws.
If you get him by surprise, you might be able to stop him from even starting any rituals. It does take some time to do things. If he can't move his arms, chances are he won't be able to do at least half of what he has up his sleeve.
Oi, Anna, you can rip this guy's arm off.
I think that would make blood, but all right. If I rip them out fast enough, apparently he won't be able to cast his magic.
Well, yeah, and as I'm saying, like, all of this, like, can I do the atavism and like just summon a bunch of rats?
For sure. Yes.
Yay!
Jerry the Rat King.
Give me a rouse.
We're the rats.
Rats.
Well,
rats.
Rats can't, like, there can't be blood if rats are gonna eat it, right?
It's also kind of like the way that atavism works is you kind of have to like you draw them and then just kind of like sick them. You can't like collect your rats and then be like, all right, my
time.
pretties, go. It's basically like you have to
and
be
do
there. And
damage.
then yeah.
I was gonna just send them down the hall anyway.
All right.
Send them ahead.
Then give me a rouse check.
I got a success.
Ooh. All right. Then give me a composure and animalism.
That's
Oh, Sirenscape. It's loading.
I think it's
I'm
best.
hearing spooky music.
I
Oh
hear
yeah,
spooky
it's
music,
stuck
too.
on the violin. This was the music I used while I was talking to Imogen.
I got 2 successes.
Um
2 rats show up.
all right,
Barely
you
chubby.
hear like off in the distance like as like a collection of like sea rats just like turn into their feral modes and are like moving towards the direction that you were headed.
Right. Yeah. Time for a party.
Question for you, Kelly.
Yeah.
How far do I have control over Unliving Hive? Like, do I have to go with them? Would I have to join this team if I was to send my little bee babies with to go sting some fools?
I'm going to do like D&D familiar rules, which is basically you can give them a command and once they leave your body, they'll do the command as best as possible. So you could theoretically like tell them to follow Jerry and attack anything that isn't Jerry.
Follow Jerry and attack anything that isn't our 2 friends that are in this party.
All right.
Basically is what I tell them. So I kind of just like open my like coat so they like come out and just they're like follow the rats.
Yeah, all these like bees start flying. A lot of them coming out of you as well.
Oh, yeah.
But then like this just swarm of bees flying down the hallway to the bats or towards where the rats are going.
Bees and rats. We're the bats, guys.
I'm the giant rat who makes all love the rules. All right. So with all of Sirenscape's back, with all of that planning, I'm gonna go down the list, and all of y'all tell me what you're gonna do. We are getting near the end, so I think this is gonna be a big climactic finish next episode. So, starting with Jerry, what is your plan?
I'm gonna follow the swarm of bees and swarm of bats that go down the hall. Like prepping for this. I'm literally just gonna go in and like the first person I see, I'm gonna Superman punch him in the face.
All right, Octavia, what is your plan?
Try something weird. Because I'm looking out and I see all these ghosts around us. I'm going to try and use my convince crowd ability to get the ghosts to help us find the harp.
All right.
That's so smart.
Give that to me then now. So do you want to do charisma and persuasion? And you can add your convince crowds?
Yeah.
And you know what? Just because I'm a caring and loving storyteller, add your ghost bonus too.
Yay!
Because you're convincing a crowd of ghosts.
And for this, I will spend. I have 3 willpower slots that are not aggravated damage, so I assume those did erase.
Yes, correct.
Okay, great. So I will spend 1 willpower to make this as good as I can. But already I'm at 5 successes. 6, 7! Worth it!
What do you tell the ghosts?
Please assist us. We're trying to help one of your own. We're looking for a stolen harp.
Almost like a ghost ship, a ghost crew on a ship. They kind of like start calling off commands to each other. Like you feel this like hierarchy of the ghosts as they're like telling each other to like do stuff and like start assisting you as they head off in search of this harp. Evelyn, what are you planning on doing?
I have a question for the group. Do y'all want me to go with Team Find Harp, or do you think I would be better suited making sure that Jerry doesn't fucking die because he's fighting a headless horseman, a very old vampire, and also we have a demon lady wild card situation happening over here.
I trust the demon lady enough to not kill me. If she turns on me, then I die.
Until she loses her mind and is like crazy, I must beat everyone in a
lot
fight
of assumptions
mode.
on her.
Yo,
We've literally seen her do it already.
I need to know how much of this is being said out loud as well.
I think.
Like, at what point
This was table talk.
No.
This was
is
table
Anastasia
talk.
gonna get upset at some point?
No.
No, like
I think Evelyn will ask the group. I'm like, would you prefer me go with you, Octavia, or do you think I would be better suited making sure that Jerry and Anastasia are all right?
I
can stay in the shadows.
I think there are mighty foes in that cargo hold. I wouldn't want Jerry to be alone. But
I'm not alone. I basically got a cannon. Point her in the right direction and boom.
All right, she does have agency. Follow up. I do think that you having the element of surprise makes a fun counter to the other two's brashness.
Fair enough. I activate Cloak of Shadows and I will follow the rats.
Nice. Leon.
And my bees.
What is your plan, Leon?
I wish the other three good luck first. I will be keeping an ear out for all of you. So if anyone hits the ground really hard, I'll know, I guess. But I know the three of you have this. And I think I will be the ears for Team Crate Hunters.
Nice. And Imogen, what is your plan?
It's Octavia and Leon on team finders.
Team backup? Team finding backup?
Yeah.
Nice. And Anastasia will like hesitate for a moment and be like, really makes my job hard when y'all split up, but I do want to see Jerry punch a headless man riding a horse. I know
it's
that's
critical. You might end up punching too.
I might end up punching. So
well, yeah, you can apprehend the Ephraim dude, and I'll fight the headless guy, and we'll both be doing our jobs.
All right, sounds like a plan. Let's break. And before we end for tonight, the camera is going to cut back to the cargo holds, slowly panning over all of the boxes and crates and whatnot, as we see the white torch that has been stuck into one of the open crates, Ephraim carving runes into the area. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
This fucking guy.
Don't know how to fight a rune.
I haven't even taken rune abilities, so I can't even help you guys get rid of those. Oh boy!
That's fine. We're fine.
We're fine.
It's
Hey everyone.
Fine.
Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it, and we hope you had a good time. If you did, and you want to show your support, you can do that by heading on over to patreon.com/tabletop titties. I ran out of breath there mid-sentence. When you become a patron, you get access to a multitude of behind-the-scenes snippets, polls that affect our games, bonus episodes, and a lot more. We also have a merch store. If you saw the show tonight and you went, oh my god, you know what? I need some of that Belgian Jerry flag goodness like Casper's got on right now. We have that and more at on our Threadless store at tabletoptitties.threadless.com. So check it out. Yeah, because it helps us out. And speaking of helping us out, our Indiegogo shout out for this evening goes to Jordan Roman. Thank you so much for supporting us and backing our campaign and helping us get season 3 started, because we literally couldn't do it without you. This is a lot of work and we appreciate your support. Last but not least, make sure to follow us on social media at Tabletop Tiddies, and when you tweet using the hashtag TTTitties, you can get an NPC named after you. You can find all of this info on our website at www.tabletoptitties.com. And remember, when we say titties, it is with double D's. We will be back next week on Tuesday for D&D, and this time next week for Vampire. We might all die.
Yay!
It'll be okay. I'm going to fight a headless horseman. Let me see what other literary characters I can beat up.
Stick around. I'm going to find someone to raid. It is late, but show some love if I do. Bye!
Hell yeah. Bye!